Welcome to your French class. In today's class, we'll do Leçon 3, Une Journée de Pauline, a day of Pauline. Lisez messages. Read these messages. Salut, Nicole et Sandrine. Je vais au cinéma mercredi, le 7 décembre, vers 6h30. Vous venez avec moi? Pauline. Now it means, hi Nicole and Sandrine. I'm going to the cinema on Wednesday, December 7, around 6:30. You want to come with me? Pauline. Now here, Pauline has drafted the message for Nicole and Sandrine. And she is asking them if they are willing to come with her to the cinema. Now both Nicole and Sandrine reply, D'accord pour mercredi. Merci, Nicole. Now Nicole responds and says, okay for Wednesday. Thank you. Now in the last message, Sandrine writes, Désolé, j'ai un contrôle de maths à l'école le jour suivant. Merci quand même. Sandrine. Now it means, sorry, I have a math test at school the next day. Thanks anyways. Now here she is refusing to come with Pauline. Now on the basis of these three messages, we are asked to answer these questions. Remplis les blancs à l'aide des messages ci-dessous. Fill in the blanks using the above messages. Now the first one is, here we have a blank and then invite une amie au cinéma. Means dash, invite a friend to cinema. Now, as per the first invitation, Pauline is inviting her friends. So we'll write Pauline. Pauline invite une amie au cinéma. Means Pauline invites a friend to the cinema. Or Pauline is inviting a friend to the cinema. Now the next one is, again we have a blank here. Accepte son invitation. Now, who accepts the invitation? As per the second dialogue, Nicole is accepting the invitation. So we'll write Nicole accepte son invitation. Means Nicole accepts her invitation. Now, the last one is Sandrine a un contrôle de maths le. Now here, as per the third refusal message, Sandrine has an exam on 8th of December. So we'll write Jeudi le 8 décembre. Now it means Sandrine has a math test on Thursday, December 8th. Now, je révise ce que je viens d'apprendre. Means I revise what I have just learned. Now the next question is, raconte la journée de Akansha à l'aide de son emploi du temps. Now here you are supposed to tell Akansha's day using her schedule. Here they have given you all the details with the time. How to write them in sentences? Let's see. Akansha se réveille et prend sa douche à 6h30. À 7h, elle prend le petit déjeuner, puis elle arrive à l'école à 7h30. Elle assiste des cours de 8h à midi. Elle a la pause déjeuner de midi à 13h30. Which means Akansha wakes up and takes a shower at 6:30 a.m. At 7 a.m. she has breakfast. Then she arrives at school at 7:30. She attends classes from 8 a.m. to 12 noon. She has the lunch break from noon to 1:30 p.m. Après, elle a encore des cours de 14h à 16h. Elle part pour la maison à 16h. Elle fait une promenade dans le jardin avec des amis à 17h. After that, she still has classes from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. She leaves for home at 4 p.m. She takes a walk in the garden with her friends at 5 p.m. Ensuite, elle fait son devoir à 18h. Elle dîne à 19h30. Enfin, elle travaille à l'ordinateur à 20h30. Elle se couche à 21h. Which means then she does her homework at 6 p.m. She dines at 7:30. Finally, she works at the computer at 8:30 p.m. She goes to bed at 9 o'clock. So in this way, we write routine of a third person. Now let's come to the next question. Conjugue les verbes entre parenthèses. Now the first one is les filles se promènent dans le balcon. Here we are given a pronominal verb, se promener. It is an er ending verb, so we'll conjugate it like other er ending verbs. And se remains same for illal plural cases. Les filles. Here the word is feminine plural, so we'll use se promènent. Now the meaning of the sentence is the girls are walking in the balcony. Now the second one is le week-end, vous vous couchez très tard. Again, se coucher is an er ending verb and it is pronominal here. So, for vous cases, se is changed into vous. Vous couchez. Now the sentence means on weekends you go to bed very late. Now sentence number 3. Les élèves attendent le professeur dans la salle de classe. Attendre is re ending verb, so we'll conjugate it accordingly. Les élèves is third person plural, so we'll end the verb with ent, attendre. Now the sentence means the students are waiting for the teacher in the classroom. Now let's come to the fourth one. L'enfant de Monsieur et de Madame Dupont s'habille rapidement dans sa chambre. Again, s'habiller is here er ending verb and pronominal. So l'enfant means the subject is singular here. It is third person singular. So we'll use the verb accordingly. S'habille. Now the sentence means the child of Mr. and Mrs. Dupont dresses quickly in his room. Now sentence number 5. Tu entends ce bruit bizarre? Now again, entendre is re ending verb, so we'll conjugate it accordingly. Here the subject is tu, so we'll end the verb with s, entendre. Now the sentence means, do you hear that weird noise? Or do you hear that strange noise? Now the sixth sentence is, je me prépare pour un rendez-vous avec le directeur. Here again we have got a pronominal verb and it is er ending verb, so we'll conjugate it accordingly. Here the subject is je, so se will be changed into me prépare. Now the sentence means I am getting ready for a meeting with the manager. Now let's see the last sentence. Max se présente à la classe. Here again we have got a pronominal verb and it is an er ending verb. So se will remain se because Max is third person singular. So we'll take il case. Se présente. Now the sentence means Max introduces himself to the class. Now in question number 4, you have been asked to write a message. Ton ami t'invite au restaurant. Rédige le message de ton ami et réponde à son message dans ton cahier. Accepte ou refuse son invitation. Now it means your friend invites you or your friend is inviting you to the restaurant. Write your friend's message and reply. Now for writing a message we have a particular format. Message should be short and should be in this format, which is here given on your screen. First of all, we write the date, then comes the person's name to whomsoever we are writing with salutation, and at last we write our name, means the person who is writing the message. Cher Brown, je vais au restaurant indien Northern dimanche le 3 juin vers 7 heures. Tu viens avec moi? Telle heure. Now the message is, I am going to the Northern Indian restaurant on Sunday, June 3rd around 7 a.m. You want to come with me? Now the writer's name is Taylor. Now let's see the next one. Cher Taylor, désolé, je vais chez mes grands-parents dimanche matin. Merci de ton invitation. Dear Taylor, sorry, I am going to my grandparents' house on Sunday morning. Thank you for your invitation. Brown. Now here, Brown is the name of the person who is writing this message. It is actually a refusal of the invitation. Now question number 5. Remplis les blancs avec A, O, L, ALA. O. Now it is article contracté. To understand it more, please go to the above link. Now we use A before a name, O before masculine singular nouns, and ALA before feminine singular nouns, UL before vowel, and O before plural nouns. So let's start the exercise. The first sentence is Le directrice parle dash Monsieur Minois. Now Monsieur Minois is a name. It is a proper noun, so we'll use A. So it means the manager is talking to Mr. Minois. Now sentence number 2. Tu expliques les questions aux élèves. Now élève is plural, so we are using O. No matter it is starting with a vowel, we'll go with the plural case. Élève, aux élèves. Now it means you are explaining the questions to the students. Now the third one is nous téléphonons à l'ami de Nathalie. Now ami word is starting with a vowel, so we'll use l'ami. Now it means we are making a phone call to the friend of Nathalie or to Nathalie's friend. Now the next one is tu vas à la campagne ce weekend. Now campagne is feminine, so we have used la. It means you are going to the countryside area. Now the next one is vendredi soir, ma mère va au cinéma avec son ami d'enfance, which means Friday evening my mother is going to the cinema with her childhood friend. Now let's see the next question. For understanding all the cases of preposition de, where we merge it with article défini and it becomes de la, du, de, it gives the sense of the and from the. Again, to understand it in detail, please go to the above link. The is used before name, du before masculine singular nouns, de la before feminine singular nouns, and they before plurals. Now let's see how to use them in sentences. The first one is mon père entre de la bibliothèque à 5 heures du soir. Now bibliothèque is feminine singular, so we are using de la bibliothèque. Mon père rentre de la bibliothèque à 5 heures du soir. It means my father comes back from the library at 5 p.m. in the evening. Les robes de l'actrice sont très belles. Actrice is starting with a vowel, so we'll use de, le. We'll drop e. De l'actrice. It means the dresses of the actress are very beautiful. Now the next one is j'entends la voix du professeur. Now professeur is masculine, so we'll use du. I hear, or I'm hearing the voice of the teacher. Now the next one is c'est la nouvelle voiture du directeur. This is the new car of the manager. Now directeur is masculine singular here, so we'll use masculine singular case du. Voilà le sac de Marie. Now it means here is the bag of Marie. Now comes question number 7. Remplis les blancs par de, du, de la, de le, des. Here we are using these cases for article partitive, where they give the sense of some. To understand this topic, please go to the above given link. Now, in the first blank, the word is pain, which is masculine singular. Je mange du pain. I eat some bread. Avec de la soupe pour le petit déjeuner. Now, soup word is feminine singular, so we have used de la, some soup. I eat some bread with some soup for the breakfast. Ma mère prend des œufs. My mother takes some eggs. For all the plurals, we use they. Mon petit frère Jérôme prend de l'eau fraîche. My little brother takes some fresh water. Il n'aime pas la soupe. He doesn't like soup. Il mange du pain avec de la confiture. He eats some bread with some jam. Now here, du is used for all the masculine singular cases, de la for all the feminine singular cases, they we have used for all the plural cases, and de le for all the vowel cases, only when they are singular. Now in the last question, écris ton propre emploi du temps dans ton cahier. Here you need to write your timetable which you follow in your school. Now, mon emploi du temps. You can have a look at the given timetable and you can write your own accordingly. So that's it for today. See you in the next class. Till then, bye-bye.